Now that you've seen how all this went down, one of the questions we want to ask is why and how the two robbers and their hostage were able to walk out of the front of the bank and into the car, which eventually led to the violent ending. Throughout most of the ordeal, a trained negotiator worked the phone to try and convince the robbers to end their stand. Richard Weinblatt is a former police chief with experience in hostage negotiations. He currently oversees Seminole Community College's criminal justice program. We've been talking throughout the day, and up to 6:30, Richard, this wasn't going anywhere. Why would sheriffs maybe perhaps force the issue? We heard they tried to get in through the back of the bank.
Well, from what I understand, and I watched the press conference much like you did, Cal, from what I understand, they were already exiting the bank, and they want to make sure, as the sheriff so eloquently put it, to take possession of that bank, to take ownership, to quote him, of the bank, so that they did not get back in there again and then create a problem where they're right back at square one.
Obviously, when you're in these negotiations and you've been on the other end of the line, you never know how they're going to end. Oftentimes, they're willing just to let this run out as long as possible. What kind of tools do negotiators use on the phone when dealing with hostage takers like this?
Well, hostage negotiation has been around for a very long time, and they've gotten very good at it. It's really become an art and in some ways a science. And good hostage negotiators use time to help them to build a rapport, to start to figure out what it is that these people want. What are they looking for? And from what we could see, Osceola County handled it quite well.
We talked about the word trust, that's a major thing that the negotiator has to get out of the hostage takers.
And that's true. And by developing that rapport, developing that trust, being upfront, being honest, communicating, which is what it appears that the negotiator for Osceola County Sheriff's Office did, and did well.
All right, Richard, we appreciate your insight. Thanks for coming in. We know that many of the people that go through your organization may have been involved in that today, and we thank you for coming in and giving us some honest insight. Now, this has been a major traffic nightmare.